A number of stars have been targeted by Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga after Solo Sikoa lost the Eula Fala to Roman Reigns during RAW's first episode on Netflix. The two have been causing chaos on SmackDown. Tonight, when Fatu and Tonga attacked Jimmy USO and Carmelo Hayes, who were wrestling in a singles combat, Sikoa made his first TV appearance since losing the Tribal Combat match. But the boos from the crowd made him silent as he exited the stadium. After Solo left the stadium because the crowd were being rude, Jacob Fatu slammed the fans and told the rest of the SmackDown roster that he was just going to get worse. Then, out of nowhere, LA Knight attacked Fatu and Tonga. The new bloodline quickly overwhelmed him, however. Surprisingly, when Braun Strowman saved the day by eliminating Tama Tonga, he engaged in a hideous brawl with Jacob Fatu, who he had defeated earlier. Just as things were about to become ugly, Tonga dragged the Samoan werewolf out of the ring, and the two of them walked out. Jacob seemed to freak out as he exited the ring in a fan video that has now gone viral. Following Solo Sikoa's silent departure from the event, Jacob Fatu broke his heel persona by removing his tank top and giving it to a fan as he was leaving the ramp. The groundbreaking Saturday night's main event program, which fans saw last month, was well received by critics, reviewers, and viewers alike. On January 25, 2025, NBC will air SNME again. Jacob Fatu and Braun Strowman squared off in a high-stakes singles bout on Friday Night SmackDown. The Stanford-based company formally confirmed this match for Saturday night's main event next week after their dramatic face-off on the Blue brand. Following the announcements of Gunther vs. JUSO and Braun Breaker vs. Sheamus, the third confirmed bout on the event is Jacob vs. Braun. Even with the latest addition, the SNM is looking better and more loaded than before, guaranteeing again another unforgettable evening. During a thrilling episode of SmackDown, Solo Sikoa shockingly walked out on the new bloodline, leaving WWE fans in awe. Jacob Fatu is a cousin to several members of the bloodline and a famous independent wrestler. His surprising response behind the scenes made the event even more remarkable. The camera recorded Fatu, who is famous for his ferocity and unwavering control in the ring, acting inappropriately. Let's take a closer look at what happened, how it affected the wrestling business, and what it may signify for future plots in light of this unexpected event. One of WWE's most interesting storylines is the continuing tale of the bloodline. Roman Reigns' cousins Jimmy and JUSO, as well as Solo Sikoa, are part of the group. The compelling wrestling drama and real-life Samoan ancestry have combined in the family supremacy plot for years, captivating viewers. However, by mid-2024, tensions had begun to rise due to the Usos' treachery of Roman Reigns. When group enforcer Solo Sikoa began to doubt his loyalty, tensions inside the gang were even more acute. For a long time, WWE hinted at how frustrated Solo was. Footage of heated exchanges with Reigns, rumblings of discontent behind the scenes, and little acts of disobedience ratcheted up the suspense. A major turn of events occurred in the January 2025 SmackDown program. While Reigns scolded Sikoa for what he saw as her failure, Solo remained still before unleashing his trademark Samoan spike on the Universal Champion and storming away. When a support beam for the bloodline broke, the audience went into a frenzy of excitement and disbelief. Many have speculated that WWE may sign Jacob Fatu, Sikoa's cousin, and a huge star in Major League Wrestling, MLW. Fatu has become one of the most dreaded opponents outside of WWE because of his menacing demeanor and vicious wrestling style. Fans of professional wrestling know him as a fearsome Samoan dynasty member who embodies the bloodline's tradition. Despite Sikoa's betrayal from the bloodline, Fatu's response was non-threatening. According to a video that made its way online, Fatu watched the program with a mix of astonishment and enjoyment. He was seen on tape smiling and cheering, evidently taken aback by the sudden change of circumstances. His smile, which he never shows off outside of the ring, was obvious. His in-ring persona, snarls instead of grins, and authority-earned respect, was in sharp contrast to this exhibition of raw emotion. Many viewers commented on Fatu's departure from character, which contributed to the video's rapid rise to online fame. Some were happy to see the normally scary wrestler lighten up, while others worried that it might damage his reputation. Upholding kayfabe, or the representation of characters as genuine, is an enduring tradition in professional wrestling. In order to maintain the sport's narrative illusion, wrestlers are required to remain in character even when they are not in the ring, especially in public places. There has been some easing of these regulations in recent years, but fans still like it when wrestlers go out of character. Given Fatu's stellar reputation, his break was all the more remarkable. Fatu personifies aggression and strength to those who watch MLW and independent wrestling. His cheerful response to a plot twist is both refreshing and shocking, given the menace he exudes in his promos and in the ring. While some saw it as a sign that wrestlers really like watching the art form they helped develop, others were worried it would take away from his intimidating reputation. In response to Fatu's unguarded moment, many took to social media and Reddit, as fans eagerly analyzed each frame of the backstage tape. Hashtags such as #JacobFatu, #Bloodline Drama, and #Sikoa began trending. One tweet stated, "Jacob Fatu is just like us," marking out for the Bloodline drama, praising Fatu's genuine answer. Beautiful to see his humanity. The question of whether the footage was released on purpose to create publicity was discussed by others. Someone on Reddit wondered whether this was all part of a plan to get people excited for Fatu's WWE debut. Some thought it made the plot more realistic, while others said it detracted from the intense experience that wrestling offers. Numerous plot options have been created by WWE, with Solo Sikoa's departure from the Bloodline. Is Sikoa going to break out as a top singles player? Is he going to join forces with an enemy group, or forge his own path inside the Bloodline? WWE creatives should take advantage of the curiosity around Sikoa's treachery. The internet sensation has reignited curiosity about Jacob Fatu's possible affiliation with WWE. His fierce enthusiasm and unparalleled athleticism have long been demanded by fans who want him to join his relatives in the Bloodline and play on the main team. Taking advantage of the interest, WWE may include Fatu as a surprise character in the Broken Bloodline storyline, which would heighten the tension in an already gripping storyline. The skillful blending of physical prowess, dramatic moments, and narrative is what makes professional wrestling so captivating. The emotional commitment of both the wrestlers and the crowd is on full display in moments like Solo Sikoa's walkout and Jacob Fatu's surprising response. Physical prowess is just one aspect of wrestling. The real art is in making audiences feel something. The fact that Fatu stepped out of character shows that behind every terrifying persona is a genuine person with a passion for their art. The audience can see beyond his vicious scowls and lethal movements to a performer who loves storytelling as much as they do via his laughing and applause.